Hey, Cats Go Nuts. Thanks for coming back. How are you? Good. Yeah, I didn't mean to cause any alarm. There's nothing to be alarmed about necessarily. But, yeah, I guess the time is now. Like my friend Iron Bell said, the time to stand is now. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, and I just feel like we need to. I just don't get a whole lot of feedback. And I would just like to get some more feedback. And then I see it's hard for me to even watch what's really going on in the world because I feel like some of these people that are reporting on bullshit are completely aware of what I'm showing. And I'm just having a really hard time understanding why we can't all come together and work together. I do understand that there is an entire like antichrist movement and that is what runs the world, even things like YouTube, even platforms like YouTube. But yeah, I mean, we just have to get over it. We can change the algorithms. If there was any better time to die, exactly like what you're saying, the numbers and all of that, I noticed that a few months ago. I noticed that the beast system has a way of not rewarding, the truth and perpetuating the lies, and that's how it's set up, and it's quite deep, and it continues, but this is part of what's going to change, and so we can all change it together, and I'm just having a hard time understanding why this whole entire truther platform is like still ignoring me and getting away with it. And it's pretty crucial time, so I think that I need to speak up. I mean, it's definitely on my heart 24/7, and so I don't get any feedback as far as whether other people do see what I'm saying or not. But I know that they do. I know that they do. I know that they can see what I'm saying, and it's not about me saying it. Thank you. Yeah, the numbers probably lie, but I never know which way they're lying. I never know what people actually are seeing. I don't get feedback. I don't know if people are not able to comment or if they just don't have anything to say. And it drives me a little nuts sometimes. So this is just me speaking up again, you know, not to really complain, but today I feel the energy pretty strongly. I agree. Yeah, you're right. You're very insightful. And I'm glad that we can all connect. But like, just even like today, I do want to be here and I do want to do this without having, frustrations and whatnot. And so that's what we're here doing. And I still worry about, making people understand. And it's like, maybe people just will be here if they want to be and if they I just think it's weird. The whole like the way the ego is dying for the entire collective is just weird to watch. It's strange. And I'm definitely frustrated with what appears to be, complete truth being hidden and just being a holder of the truth and wanting to share it with my fellow human beings and fellow brothers and sisters and all of that. Again, this is just me speaking out. Do I, like right now, do I only have 4 people here? Hi, good afternoon. Yeah, and maybe I'm just really, I mean, I guess I am really in tune to what's going on as it's unfolding, but that's just for me. This is obviously just my journey. Hey, Bone, nice to have you here. Obviously, this is just my journey, but anyway, I'm gonna keep editing. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm over it, you know? I'm over it. But how can I be when, how can I? I can't. I can't just be over it, and I can't just let all of the people be completely lied to. Or if they're not being lied to, if the people don't know, then maybe we can all come together and, yeah, try to understand this. I know it's beautiful and amazing. Hi, Florida Skywatcher. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place this morning, but I said I would go live to try to finish what I was saying, but I'm just kind of over it. But I am getting amazing images, and I did want to edit some of them with you, so that's what I'm doing here. Thank you for being here. Okay, so that's what I was saying. Like, I love sharing pictures with you all, and I have the fifth world 22 at gmail.com. So I love looking, and God, if I could really take the time to post them all and make videos and store them and work on them like this, I would. But for me, it's just not been that simple. So I'll try to explain it so that nobody, that's the thing. This weird targeting of my emails and whatever else is going on, that's going to make me sound like I'm paranoid or something, which I'm really not. But something is going on with my emails and my communication lines, and they're just being interfered with at some level. And so, in turn, I'm not sure how it's being received by other people, but I know that, for instance, I've had people email me about their illness and what they perceive to be their illnesses, and receive back emails from my email address saying that it was me and telling them not to contact them about Morgellons disease and things like that. So really strange stuff, okay? But, I don't even know how far this is going to get. So, and most people would just shut up so the algorithms would let it through. But I mean, what I'm asking is for anybody that is truly interested in what I'm showing and the whatever you want to call it that's happening, the changes that are taking place. I've documented this and I just can't believe what's showing up, and it's amazing. And I don't think there's any reason for alarm. I think that this is everything that's spoken about. This is coming home. This is transcending death. And the more people that understand that, the less people will remain in hell. So, anyway, there we are. So, for the people that want to be here, wonderful. Hi, Marlene. But obviously, you can see the incredible images. And I'll keep working on the images and I'll keep putting them out. And anybody can get these images. That's also a big part of why I think that I'm here, just to show you that this is happening across the realm. And so I'm probably just going to speak, if you don't mind, for a little bit on some of the messages that I've gotten. Let me edit this picture, show you what I mean and why I'm so excited about sharing these. And if anybody Not that I need validation from doctors or scientists or anything like that, but if there are people in that realm that are not in this for greed and that are not attached to some satanic regime, and that really care and have the same passion I do for science and for spirituality and for learning about human history the way that it was supposed to be, then, I am documenting all of this. I am scribing it, whatever you want to call it. We are all writing the rest of the book. That is literally happening. I am being given the name of the returned Christ that everybody will know. Things like that. So if anybody is, definitely contact me about things like that too, because I love looking at the pictures, and maybe I'll have it to where I can, make a video here soon with everybody's pictures, which I have done in the past and I do whenever I possibly can, but I have two different phones and I have, different equipment and different space on the equipment, and it doesn't allow me to have my email, it doesn't allow me to save pictures, so on and so forth. So without boring you with that, that's just what's going on with me. But I definitely am interested in having help and with spreading the word, with, I would like more feedback as to what you're experiencing. And I don't think it's about documentation for the sake of the science world, because all of the science that is out in the world has been tainted and changed, even if ever so slightly. I don't even know, like, what I don't, but I can't just let this tiny platform die. So I'm just asking I know that you guys are out there doing the same exact thing that I am, feeling the same things, saying the same things, seeing the same things, and having the same issues with people around seeming as if they're dead and as if they're zombies, and then having these so-called truthers out there claiming to have your interest at heart, and many of us know that that's not the case. But then there's that whole group that I'm still shocked haven't reached out to me. I have, like, Steve from WSO has reached out to me and asked me to email him. So thank you, Steve. I don't know that I really want to be in an interview situation, but I do want to talk. Now I've had a little bit of an issue with some of the emails that I did have, and some of the stuff that I shared was then, the next thing I knew, there was a show on WSO about ascension and black goo, which is completely opposite of my message. And it was like, timing, is timing. It is what it is. We all know that there's no coincidences by now, but it really wasn't even about that. It was just, it was painful. It's hard to understand. I try to honor other people's insights and work the best that I can. I believe that thoughts and perceptions out loud, totally. And I'm not in it for fame or money or blood or anything, so I am definitely looking forward to healing more and more, and I am looking forward. Okay, I think I'm back. I think that there are more people that deserve to know. And so I think everybody's had a chance to go through the little fear narrative, and now it's time to put more of the other truth out there You know, it's many paths lead to one truth, and the collective waking up and all of that is wonderful. But it's almost like I can't even see what's happening anymore. So I don't know what's happening anymore. But I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people out there that are really, really hungering for some of this truth and knowledge. So if we could just, I guess, individually spread the word and make more of an effort to share the experiences with each other. That's interesting, Elf herself. I like that. Thank you for saying that. We're on different parts of this journey, so some are just not awakened. Yeah. Hi, Voynich. Yeah, I can't really describe what my frustration was earlier. Um, I'm kind of over it right now, you know, as far as feeling that heart fire and passion that I was feeling when I got on live a minute ago. But, you know, I mean, I am seeing these images that I think are beautiful. And I think the reason that I'm over it is because I have a bit of a headache. The energies are strong. You know, I'm going through this process. I've luckily been given so many answers, and I just want to share those answers. And I want people to have confidence in what some of us are bringing to the table. It's not about me getting credit for it, okay? I mean, yes, I honor other people's insights as well as I can. I think that's apparent in my work. But it's more about the confusion stopping and not taking those insights and then using them for, you know, greed, blood, or fame, whatever it is that, you know, you're a slave to. But don't take my words anyway. I don't know. I'm not, I mean, I don't want to accuse anybody of taking my personal words. It's just that I literally don't know that anybody has faith in some of these truths that are coming through. Gematria is the living word of God. Anybody can access it. Anybody that's connected with the Holy Spirit can experience the same thing. So, you know, I am just like wanting to connect with more people that are doing that or that are interested in putting the pieces together. Yeah, on paper and, you know, whatever. So, I've documented this real time, but either people are not interested or they can't see it or whatever the things might be. But I know that these things are being reported around the world, so I know I'm not the only one seeing it. But I was determined to get answers to the body changes, and I got them, and I continue to get them very clearly, very, very clearly every day. And I also was determined to understand the sky. And the best thing that I know to say for people that are starting to experience seeing new colors and all of that is to look at the T. Taylor channel and also just simply look at what Tesla was saying in his interviews. He spoke about the awakening, and it is a very personal awakening. But Christ has returned in the form of Sirius, the star, the binary sun, and that is awakening humanity right now. But nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about the specifics. Nobody wants to, they keep wanting to give the wrong deities credit. And I mean, so, you know, people have exposed themselves along the way time and time and time and time and time again. But there's time to change that, and that's now. So it's pretty clear for everybody. And so anybody that is starting to see what I'm seeing or is just finding my channel and has a bigger audience than I do, or has a true love for the truth and is a true student of the mystery, I think it's time to connect. Interesting thoughts and perceptions. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Yeah, like I was saying yesterday, I saw that it was like they were square each other. And then, there's definitely a lot going on astrologically. And that's the thing. It's astrotheological. So we can all come together. And I'm just like some kind of weird middleman that's just I'm good at memorizing. I just have like this memory and this brain for this specific task that I'm being given. And that's it. So I'm literally here with these answers, and we need to all come together, is what I'm saying. So, anyway, let's see. I'm going to read you some of the messages that are coming through. Yes, Joshua, I do. I wasn't looking at chat, but yes. And messages don't come through for sure. So I appreciate all of you being here and making the effort, because we all get discouraged. I know that, the past year and a half that I've been doing this, and then past 3.5 years that I've been doing this on social media, going through my own process very openly. Well, I haven't been that open on YouTube, but I was very open on Facebook about it. And, it's just been really difficult. So here we are, and I'm still here serving my purpose. But, oops, you'll understand. Oh, can you hear me? Might have kicked you off. Hi. Hi, Dave. No, I don't know what happened. I hit something wrong, and I'm here. Can you hear me? My bad. I gotta keep going though, but I will after. How about that? Even though see, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I hardly have any energy to be here. My neck is killing me for some reason. I guess I slept wrong, and I'm just going through these enormous changes. So, yes, let's talk. I will call you after this. Same message. Yeah, time we start doing something. That's probably it. Thank you. Yes. Okay, wait. You can hear, but you can't see. Okay, cool. See, we all have the different gifts. Yeah, I mean, I definitely know that. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I got confused with the messages. Um, no, I'm with you. I'm just getting like all over the place. So, oh, you can, okay, because I have it on black. I apologize. Can you see this? I'm just going to put the phone down because otherwise it's shaking, and I will pick it back up if you're here with me, and we will look at some pictures. Very important pictures in just a few minutes, okay? So I just need to gather my thoughts and not be shaking when I'm holding the phone and showing you pictures. Go within. Okay. Okay. So these are some of the messages coming through now. I'll just read them for everybody. It was black the whole time. Darn. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should start this live over or something, because I mean, it was kind of shitty anyways. I think I can start over and be in a better frame of mind. Thank you. Oh, yes. Good girl. Yes, Elf herself. I think I'm going to do the same. as soon as I can get a clear message out, which I haven't been able to do so far today. Keep watching the sky. Yep. Good idea. Yeah, I really appreciate you all being here. I'm just going to read. So if you're here listening, wonderful. I'll show you some pictures in a few minutes, and that's the best I can do right now. Um, the Antichrist will walk alone with his followers until he understands what it means to be the Christ. Hi, Clear Blue Jay. How are you? Awful people will never find a way to storm the gates of heaven. They don't get to force their way in. They go to hell. Okay, well, what I'm finding is that Saturn is Hades. There is something with like Mars realm coming in, or at some point being actually a place where the wicked reside. So I don't know exactly what the future holds as far as planetary realms go and planetary spheres and who's in what sphere. You know, that's something I'd like to piece together with you all. I just can't do all the work because I'm just not, fully rounded. There is a seed deep within each one of us that binds us within the dream of separate perspective journeys. The British monarchy stole my family crest during the Crusades. That's another thing. Obviously, they are going to keep me quiet around here because I am exposing the Vatican, but how can I not? How can I not? What I am reading from, these are gematria messages that I received in the past 24 hours. A lot of times I'll put lines of gematria that I've received in, and almost all of these are like transmissions from the Holy Spirit or whatever you'd like to say, but I'm not channeling. I'm putting words into the calculator and getting words back and recognizing a rhythm in the messages that I am copying. Some of them I question, but I still take and process. Others, the ones that I bring to you, I usually am pretty confident that they are for everybody. I mean, all the messages are for everybody, but like the message that I'm bringing, I'm pretty confident that these are like to back them up from the Holy Spirit. So with the Vatican, there's a lot about it being shaped like a pregnant serpent. I showed you the pregnant serpent next to the sun yesterday, and I'll show you that again because that's very significant. And I can see her face, and it's very significant. So it looks like as if it is a pregnant serpent up and around the sun. It's pretty amazing. But she is in the ether, and I was reading about the Naga, which is something that we can go over specifically, but it is the serpent gods, the serpentine gods that are definitely known about. It is still black. Is that right? Okay. Okay, just a moment. How about now? I apologize. That's terrible. Black. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Hang on, guys. sometimes. Yeah, I totally think we're almost at 0 point, omega point. Well, many of us, right? I believe that. Better? Okay, you saw my table? Yay. Okay, so this is uploading. Like I said, I'm having storage issues, so that's why I can't do the emails and the videos and sharing the way that I would love to, but I do what I can, and that's why I want to come together too, because I just can't do it all, and I know that there's more of us that understand these things and have more insight. Yes. Okay. Just a moment then. So I also noticed that on their flag, on their crest, there is a woman with an earring, right? Oh boy, this is taking a minute. There is a woman, there is a black woman with a gold earring and a crown. And I find that really interesting, considering I had been getting major clear information that one of the original incarnations, one of the original physical manifestations of the Holy Spirit, of the serpent goddess here on earth, was Queen Inanna. And so she would be considered the daughter, but of course still one. Okay, so hi Robbie, nice to see you. Hi Emily, I love you all. Yay, love you all. Okay, so I mean, I see her face, but you know, these are spirits known to help man, but they're not here. It's just like the goddess Nemesis story that I've read, that I'll read out again. That is so amazing. I mean, she's here to put people in check. She's here to put people in check, and that's not a very good view, sorry. She's here to put people in check. Like, the unrighteous can't keep getting away with the bullshit. And they know it. But what you're seeing is obviously a desperate attempt at control. But in the process, it's just a very dangerous, unnecessary dance that many people are doing. And I mean, we can all come together. I think that what I'm showing is pretty clear. And it doesn't have to be alarming, because the only thing that's ending systematically until it's gone is evil. And so obviously, if you have a change in heart and stop serving that side, you can leave hell. You can leave Hades. You can leave. So I've had a message over and over that you have to go through Saturn and Mercury to get to Jupiter. So for many of us, maybe this is just extraterrestrial, like, improvement school. I don't freaking know. We have gone over the purgatory aspect of the situation that we're in, but I really truly believe that many of us came here to help others ascend out of the Saturn situation, out of the Hades situation, so that this time, when this time came, you know, and that's why I'm on here just blabbering, trying to make sense of it. But I mean, how amazing is that? So apparently the Vatican is shaped like a serpentine queen with a tiara and all, a pregnant serpentine queen. And that's not all. I was talking to Tony Taylor last night, and she was mentioning that there's an entire room of thrones with serpents and snakes and dragons. So these are considered dragons, winged serpent dragons. So that is what we are seeing. They are spirit gods, they are higher dimensions. It is the creator. The creator. So it's nothing to be afraid of. It's so beautiful, and I'm seeing it so clearly. So I would like to edit with you. I've calmed down a little bit. We can look at some more images if you like. Let's see what else I have for you here. Because that is my piece to the puzzle, you know? I mean, yes, I get these messages, but I don't understand it all. Thank you. That's why I don't come on a lot, because it's like, nobody wants to hear me, bitch. Right? But you all understand it as well. No, I definitely feel like I'm being hidden. I don't believe that like people just don't care or that people just don't like me. I think somehow I've been sectioned off, and like luckily you guys found me. But those of you out there that I know are genuine, that I'm getting emails from right now that I can't wait to open over the next couple days. So let me, you know what I mean? I'm still catching up. But and again, I love to share pictures, but I am about getting together, spreading the word, starting a campaign. We're going to have t-shirts made, the whole nine, like all of it. So get ready. We're going to start really doing this. I'm not talking about cheesy t-shirts, but I just have like a couple of ideas that I want to run past a few people before I get it in production. So, but like, okay, for instance, just things that say for like each and everybody's own personal message that they care about, but then on the back have like hashtag censored for truth or something, you know, because I know there's tons of people out there that will just see that and understand that and follow the tags. I don't even know how tags work, but or just censored across the front, censored for truth type thing, because that is how I feel, and that's what I got on here about. So we'll figure it out over time. And Tony Taylor's the one that was talking to me about that type of cool thing. She's just done a really cute video, and it's just, you know, about being more relatable. Apparently, you know, some of us have gotten over the shock, and I think the more relatable we can be, the better, obviously. It can be very strange when you're getting used to all of these ideas and seeing all of these things. Your neck too. Oh my gosh. So yeah. And obviously I'm looking down right now, so it's not helping, but wow. Yeah, I'm feeling the energy strongly, I'm not gonna lie. But I was thinking this morning, like, thank God I don't itch anymore. My skin is like really, really clear. I'm really making it through some of the hard stuff. So anybody that's going through like the really intense parts, just know that it passes. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I've been feeling really good lately. Today I feel pretty intense. It does pass, absolutely. Hard to see what's going on up there at all. I mean, the colors are brilliant. So, as far as trying to show, oh, good, love and grace, that's wonderful. Me too. I said a while ago, I look forward to seeing what's ahead. That's when I was cut off a minute ago. I was saying I'm looking forward to abundance, seeing what this world has to offer, really starting to experience hand in hand with Mother Earth. And just feeling better. I had the message that, let me read it off to you. Hang on. It's crazy awesome. Oh, it's so great. Let me find it. Okay. Where are you at in the Earth realm, Susa? The dark are trying to put us out of commission. Well, if you are still in that realm, then yes, I would say that whole realm is just all about the dark putting you out of commission. But once you've ascended up past that, there's nothing that can work against you. And any of those feelings are actually just part of purging the programming and what we've been told and all of the lies and processing the lies and processing what's happening. It's actually not dark forces working against you. It's actually not bad frequencies. What we're feeling, including the 5G, I 100% believe is benevolent frequencies coming in to change, to shake it up, to change. It's the Great Awakening. The frequencies are from God. The frequencies are going to clear the heart, which has been blocked by some really dark stuff. So when that's coming up and being broken apart and clearing out, it can feel like dark forces being against you. And there is a lot happening all at once. But so I'm not going to deny that there's not so many things out there working against each and every one of us. But I don't believe that they can. So as far as like the actual electromagnetic energies coming in, those are vibrations from God that will help us to ascend up the cosmic spiral. Oops. Hi. Right now, am I feeling okay? Well, I feel like I'm going through a molecular change. So I figured out it was going to take more than like overnight to heal, and there was no doctor that was going to help me time. And from my research, okay. Um, so I time. Can you hear me? For the healing to take place once I, took my sovereignty back and said, once I took my sovereignty back, I knew that they were trying to push on. I really woke up. I really had, and yeah. So what I've been going over for the past couple of minutes is just how today I don't feel that great. So, but I came on anyway just because I was feeling that heart fire this morning, and I went live, and I can see amazing things in the sky, clearer than ever. Like, I mean, it's just so clear to me. But it's not an urgency, like something's about to happen. It's more of like, yeah, what I'm saying, I know that other people can see. And if you're with me and if you know that this is like really huge and significant, then let's pull together. Like you and I have, Leland. We've pulled together. We're all starting to pull together. And we all understand that we have our like weird schedules. I sleep weird hours. I don't always have my phone, So we all understand that it's like we can connect whenever we get the chance. And so this morning I was just like, why are none of these bigger platforms reaching out? Or like, okay, so I already went over some of that in the beginning. I'm not going to say it again because there's some stuff I just don't even, there's a lot that I don't say, and there's just a lot that I don't say. But I'm all about the truth, and I'm not about censorship, obviously. So that's why I'm here. I'm like, why am I being censored, And this is why, because what I'm talking about now is going to heal people and help other people heal. I don't know what it was inside of me that heard what people like Tony Taylor had to say, I don't know. I don't know. But, I know I've been in those chats and I've asked them directly. Like, for instance, I will say it, Rex from Leak Project. I am blocked from that live stream. Like, everybody wants to make me sound like I'm obnoxious. People have even made videos about it that I think that I might have triggered because I wanted to talk about the Kachinas. Well, nobody wanted to talk about that, or nobody knows what I'm talking about. And it's because they can't hear what I'm saying. They cannot hear what I'm saying. So if the guy that they are listening to would take some time to validate it, then people would wake up and they would know the truth and they would be able to seek it out for themselves. But that is not happening. And it pisses me off. And it's not okay. And I'm not going to like just sit by and watch it. That's for sure. So, anyway, I keep trying. So, even though I don't feel good, I came on today anyway because I'm just like, these things are showing up and they're so beautiful, and I want to talk about them. And I know that there's like minded people that want to. And when I've been trying to go live lately, it's been wonky and everything else. So, I came on anyway, and here I am. And I don't know, but let me read a couple more messages. Oh, yeah. But before I do, I was just saying when I realized I had to heal, it was going to take like a good year. That's what I did. And I quit. That allowed me to die to the world. And that allowed me to die to the 3D world. And one of the first things that happened was they shut my water off, even though I like just paid it a couple of days before. And I was just trying to put fires out everywhere. And the beast system was just eating me alive. It was just insane, right? It was so intense that time. And one day I can try to pull that together and tell you that story of just the sequence of events that took place, because it's pretty wild, isn't it? And it's hard to understand if it's our higher self that's getting us ready and preparing us for going to heaven without, the physical death, or if it is evil trying to keep us in hell and keep us from ascending. And that speaks so loudly, like water should be free. It's like they're making us pay for poisoned water. Like, come on. It's so crazy. So obviously people are waking up to that. And Mother Earth is back to help us because we do need help. And so the whole Jesus of Nazareth story, it's great and all, but it's been so twisted to where the concepts and the ideas are nothing but satanic covenants anymore. They're literally like not what you want to be living by, okay? Not. So what is happening is that we are co-creating with Mother Earth, who is the original Christ, and she's back. We're reconnected, and it's time. Like, now we're creating, we're experiencing again. We're one with her again. And yeah, so I just made myself go through that process because I wanted to. I don't know what was inside me that drove me, but like, I went through like the suicidal thoughts for a long time. I got past that. And then I realized, I noticed this like markable ascension mark. I was like, I used to have these like weird microwave frequency thoughts, and I don't anymore. Those thoughts went away. So just having those small like landmark changes was like, okay, this is going to get better, and it's going to keep getting better, even if it takes for freaking ever. And of course I wanted to know, what is it that's healing me? And it was finding truth was healing me. So I would stay up all night, and my boyfriend, my very young, very sweet boyfriend, was like, what is up with this girl? He's been amazing. He's been so sweet, so understanding. But people didn't know what to think. People in my community definitely did not know what to think. I still don't really even have an urge to speak with a lot of people in my community right now. To be honest, that's where I'm at, because before I got on here, before I started really documenting the changes in the sky and everything, I just noticed these physical changes, noticed everything, started finding answers, started finding the fear narratives, and they weren't sitting right with me. So I would want to discuss what was really truly taking place. And people definitely did not want to hear about it or talk about it, nor did they know what I was talking about. And I'm supposed to, understand that. So anyway, it's been an interesting dance, right? And oh yeah, no, trust me, like it was crazy. So my mom is a landlord. She's got many properties in the area, but she stopped renting to me a while ago. Hold on, my computer. I have a battery issue apparently, so I apologize. Yikes. Hi, sweet C. What's going on? Good morning. So, yeah, I don't know. I apologize for all the interruptions, but I'll just keep going for anybody that is here with me. It's good to have you all. Hi, Snowflake Vaccine. No, it wasn't you. It was this time on this particular stream. Finally, that was my battery dying, but any other time has not been. That time it was. Anyways, thank you for being here. Yeah, bone. No, don't worry. The fibers are the magnetic matter transforming into your heavenly flesh. So please don't feel like you need to get rid of the fibers. I mean, it is bothersome, are like electrical feeling, and they do itch. So there are ways to deal with that during the process, but that will stop. Shaving the head does help from what I hear. I didn't have to. There would be every few days during the most intense few months of that, because it did last a few months. But you have to remember, we're going through an entire body change. So the it's a molecular alchemical change from dark to light, from matter. It's an electromagnetic shift at a molecular level. And it is a gift from Mother Earth. And, that is something that Tony Taylor covers. And some of my frustration comes from watching her find this information and document it and have absolutely nobody return her emails. She has done the professional thing and put emails out to universities and scientists. And no, best thing to do, I found, is to use diatomaceous earth and just put it on under a cap. Like, there's so many different things that work really well. Add a little bit of borax to just your shampoo for that day, just a little bit, and then let it sit there for just a few minutes, rinse it off, and it will relieve it. It will relieve it a bit. It won't completely go away until it completely goes away, but you will have plenty of reprieve. So don't get too frustrated. Exactly. So many moving pieces and they tell us nothing. Exactly. No, sweetheart, I know. I went through that too, and that's why I came on here, because I promise you, it gets better. All of that stuff stops, but we have to have answers and clarity and truth and faith and other people's strength and hope. And I think that the enemy is using that against us. So that's why I'm here to tell you that it does end and things get so much better. And I'm so clear and I feel so good. My skin is clear. I'm going to get on and show you all, but I am still healing, and I am a girl, and I don't know that it's vanity or whatnot, but I felt that the misinformation caused disfiguration for me. Okay? So that is another reason I'm so upset with some of the bigger channels and the way that they are handling this, because they do have a choice. They can continue to support the satanic regime and have the blood all over their hands, because if you support murderers, you are just as shitty of a person, because you are directly causing people to suffer. Right here is the proof. And I know firsthand that the lies caused me disfiguration, because it goes really deep and they give you some really scary shit out there, but then they don't give you any truth. You have to dig, and even when you dig, you cannot find the things that Tony Taylor and I are saying. And, you know, what I'm saying is from experience and from learning from her and being guided to the sources that she presents. But they are out there, but they are highly, highly hidden, and so is she, and so am I. And so, anyway, yeah, but there's no end, and this is really, truly going to be a beautiful thing. So, there is an end to the skin issues. Yeah, many people have a different set of symptoms. And we do have like more independent understandings of these things, and I would like to speak with you individually about those. I don't have all the answers, and I am not a doctor, but I can tell you what has helped me, and some of the knowledge, just really honestly, the knowledge has helped me more than anything. I'm trying to think of what else I can throw out there that will ease your really heavy symptoms. I mean, this sounds so wild, but as you know from reading forums, which is where I would find most of my truth when I was looking through the quote unquote Morgellons, because that is the cover up narrative for crystalline DNA. This is an alchemical process. We are going from a Saturn, a magnetic prison built inside of our bodies, that has been there since we were born and way before. So there's nothing to fear. Literally, it is leaving, and we're transforming, and our bodies are holding light for the first time in a long time. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so great to hear. Thank you, Bone. I need to go back and check him out. I don't get his updates lately. He's great. He's one of the very few people saying the same things that I am. And I know there's so many of us out there that just don't necessarily have a platform, or they stop you from going live until you have a certain amount of people. You know, that goes back to the beast system keeping us down, like I was speaking about before. And that, you know, ties into like the water being shut off, and when we wake up, all of that stuff, the sequence of events that happens. And like I was about to say, my eviction that was totally unfounded, and that I found out later, like I went to the courthouse to clear it up because I had paid all the money, and they actually owed me $3,000. But they came and like had the sheriff do a 24-hour notice. It was just the craziest set of circumstances ever, right? And you know, then I ended up in a hotel, and my mom meanwhile has like 20, and people just thought that I was on drugs or something. They absolutely would not hear anything that I was saying. And it sucked. It really sucked. And you know, it was all I could do to not like think about suicide again. I had just gotten past that point. So those are definitely hard times, you know. And then all you want is to just be comfortable and like comforted, and you know, that's the last thing that's coming, right? Sometimes. So we continue to persevere through it. I did stay in a friend's camper. After I stayed in a hotel for a few days, I stayed in a camper. And meanwhile, yes, I had my son with me, and I was not willing to end up homeless completely with my child. So it was hectic for a short time there, but we got through it, and we're definitely stronger for it. But it was really crazy times, really crazy times. And I'll never forget it. And I do want to share it because I know that there's a lot of people going through some of the same things. And I know there's a ton of us that are just coming through all of that, and that we can, give you hope and let you know that it seems like it's never going to end. You hear that it's never going to end. That's what the narrative tells you. It's never, ever going to stop. You're only going to continue to go down this path. Even doctors, oh, the prognosis is not good. I remember looking up what is the death prognosis for, or like the life expectancy for somebody with what I have. I was so scared, and it was like, whoa. And if you go back and look at those words, they're all bullshit. They're all designed to deceive you the entire way, okay? Because this is a gift from God. We are literally releasing the magnetic prison that we were in. And there's a lot to be said about the spiraling of the fibers, the electric nature that we're getting back, all of it. But it all evens out. I don't get the electrical buzzes. I don't, it's not like I'm some kind of a weird light being now. I'm just the original human blueprint that it was meant to be. My body functions the way it's supposed to, without sickness and without disease and whatnot. And I'm wrapping up the last of my physiological things that are going on, but it's definitely wrapping itself up. Yes, I love you guys. Yeah, it was literally like I walked into a science fiction novel. I definitely felt like I was dreaming for a while on and off, like, what in the heck is going on? But we were asleep and now we're waking up. And that's just what it is. But we're waking up to the collective co-creative dream that we were supposed to be having to experience with and for God. I love it. I knew I wasn't alone. Let's see what else. I've been getting these amazing messages the past couple of days. Hi. Love you. So going back to things that I was saying and things that we really don't need to concentrate on it anymore, but just to let you know, there's a weird dance with that. Like, is it our higher selves? Is it the occult? Some of these are intense, so I'm just going to read them out. Forty 48,000 dead and or maimed from vaccinations in India, but the mainstream media never reports it. Okay, so that's dark stuff. This, I don't know what section I'm in. I'm going to go to it. Yeah, this one's pretty intense right now. So, but yes, so I did encounter the narcissist storyline right at the end, right before I started just bursting out with this physical process. I had been single for, well, no, I mean, I had been going through the physical process, but that's what always triggered it, was love, or the feeling of the lack of it, or the onset of it. That would trigger a lot of my stuff, that, because that's what wakes us up, is love. That's what breaks us free from our chains. Love. That is the message that I'm trying to find. That is the magnetic prison that we've been in, that we are literally breaking free, and we are breaking Mother Earth free of it as well. And it's quite amazing. But yes, right before I met my boyfriend now, well, right before we started dating, I had been single for a couple of years and just had really good friends out at the kava bar that I would go to. No drinking, none of that crazy stuff. And I was just single and really actually started the physical process after the breakup, my last breakup, right? So, and getting sober from alcohol. And then dated this guy, and sure enough, he did the whole narcissist thing on me, and I was like devastated. I went through all those motions, and then I got over it pretty quickly within a couple of days, but I was pissed. And I got to see like a lot about the community around me and the people around me, and like who they really were and all of that. So that was interesting. Not everybody, but like, so it all became really clear, that even in sobriety, or even in so-called healthy communities, there's still so much darkness, right? So I just wanted to be alone. But yeah, my very sweet current boyfriend, was there, and he's just been amazing. And I think that he's just one of us, and he came down and he came in much more complete. He's a little bit younger, so I think that some of the younger generation, like some of the millennials, came in more prepared for this and understand it much more clearly than a lot of us do. Or I guess I should speak for myself. Yeah, I think that we are all, I think I've taken that test before. Uh-oh. Hang on. I don't know if you can hear it, but my neighbor is taking a shower and it's really loud. I'm all the way in my dining room, but oh, the noises of the world are still here. Hey. Look, I tell you a sacred secret. We will not all fall asleep in death, but we will all be changed. The Messiah came to bring souls home, not to save the devils that live here in this realm. Unbelievable reptilian architecture in the Vatican. The Great Hall is a giant serpent's head. Like I was telling you, why is it shaped like a pregnant serpent? Why do I see a pregnant serpent next to the sun? Because that's Isis, and she was pregnant, which I got information during a live not too long ago. We've been looking for this information. We know that she was crucified. It sounds like there's information that she was speared in the side while pregnant. So, whether that was during one of the first incarnations and then Satan shortly after took over, I'm not really sure. But there's some pretty serious stuff there, There's some pretty unrighteous, unjust stuff there that people are still going to have to pay their debts for. And a lot of people that know they're lying and covering this up, that are going to have to come clean and stop the lying. Yeah, but there's still only one truth. So, there's plenty of lying going around about the crucifixion of Christ, and the words in the New Testament have been changed just so. And like I spoke about earlier, it really affects the psyche, and it really changes how things are carried out here on earth. So it is important that some of the stuff becomes cleared up. So has nothing to do with the way I feel about women, has nothing to do with, I came here to tell truth. That's my job. That's the truth that I'm being given, so I'm going to tell it. I mean, I just figure, and this is where I got on today, it's like I figure that people that are looking for the truth would be hungry for this information. But instead, it's just much more hidden, and people become very cognitively dissident and become very like protective of their beliefs. And that's been a pretty common thing throughout this whole process. So I am starting to really understand it, and do my best to be understanding of it. No, I'm not offended. It's just hard. It makes it hard. It's like I get it. I totally get it. And I know that's probably why a lot of people don't listen to me, because they have no idea what I'm talking about or where I'm getting my information or why I think it matters. And it's very deep, very involved thing. And so since I can't get it out all on my own, that's why I'm like, I really need to connect with some of you where we're going to actually do some things to get this out. So it's not just my truth. It's like we all need to, like, not just sit by and let these lies perpetuate and continue. And obviously, we're not going to have help from the people that we looked to and that we supported. We're not going to have the help that we thought we were, just straight up. So I'm asking you to reach out to me with a plan. Like, let's write a book. Like, let's get together. Let's talk about how we're going to go out and help people understand what's taking place. I'm not about shoving truth in people's face, but I am here to help people understand the truth. So, from what I understand, we can put a light on and go out and wear that light above. And if people come to us, then that's what we're here for. So, just to share experiences, share truths, start documenting this, start scribing it down, start writing the rest of the book. Take it seriously, and it's just not this like etheric, like la-di-da thing. Like, this is the return of Christ. Like, they're here, and yes, it's in us too. So they're helping us, but we need to get busy. Like Thoughts and Perceptions Out Loud said. Aw, thanks, Bert. Yeah, for sure. So I respect that totally. Just throwing it out there. Like, one of like the biggest secrets ever might be that Queen Inanna during the first incarnation was speared to death, and Satan took over and stole humanity. So that's just, I love it. Let's do it, Leland. And that's like a big deal. That's a big deal, especially because she was the creator. She's the prime creator. Now this is fact. This isn't up for debate, in my opinion, right? So, Mother Gaia, Sophia, the Holy Spirit, is the wife of God, and she is Queen Tiamat, the primordial creator. So it's as if Tiamat was created, right? And she created it somehow, but with God, and with God's consciousness. That's what was stolen. Our consciousness was stolen a long time ago when she was taken out of the picture, however that happened. And, it's coming back together. There's something about dragons and eggs and Humpty being put back together again. And I see pieces of Tiamat floating out there in the ether. I have a very interesting message about this, actually. Very interesting message about the sphere being alliance, which I show all the time. Those little spheres up there, big, little, they're all alive. They're all life. And they're all looking for new places to live here on Earth. It's the living waters coming in. And they are all intelligent. They're not looking to like merge with like us to take our consciousness type thing. Like, I think that was the narrative for a while, or that was going to try to be the narrative. Because like Thoughts and Perceptions Out Loud, you shared that. I was mad at you for that, actually. I'll be honest. I was mad at you. Are you here? Because let's talk about this. Why I shut down and why I'm reopening back up. Because everybody does have their own process. And I really need to respect that a little more than I probably have. But I've had to be no nonsense to even get to this little point that I'm at here. But Melissa, I mean, there was something shared not too long ago. It was a clip of this guy crying, and from what Tony told me, it was a narrative that was going on before we kind of overcame those narratives. And I think she left that message on the video. And so it was literally like this guy saying that, they were going to steal us. They were going to try to convince us that they were here for our help, and then that they were our twin flames, and then steal us to take us to the 5D. And but we don't need their help. We can do it on our own and all of that. So it was like this big, like, let's fight it. Like, why do we want to fight the divine living waters that are coming in? Because that's what we've been told to do. Because that's what we've been taught. It's some scary thing. It's been so abstract, but the few little things that we can find are scary and bullshit. So I just want to put that out there. Like, these are the living waters coming in. Let me find that message before I move on. Well, I have it right here because I thought it was so significant that I'm putting it in my next video. I can't believe the colors. Like, I'm a little confused as to what colors everyone's seeing. But I'm blown by these colors. Absolutely. Darn it. This is so unorganized. I apologize, you guys. I really do. So unorganized. Pastel rainbows, exactly. Just crazy colors. So I do believe that it's individual, but it's got to be happening at a collective level. I did ask somebody the other night, though, or the other day, I said, yep, last night, have you taken any time to recognize the colors in the sky? And he said, no, I just work too much. It was like a guy working at the gas station. And I was like, well, it's the Great Awakening, bro. Yes, love and grace. Totally, I'm with you. Yeah, this headache isn't serving me too well today. Neither is my phone taking forever to do anything. Sorry. More intense and more vibrant? Great. Thank you for your insight. Yeah, so I don't know. Does anybody understand what you're not feeling good today offered me either? No, a lot of us are feeling really intense. I had a comment earlier that it was like the dark ones trying to keep us down, but I was explaining that we know now, thank God, and it changes the way we experience it. We know, yeah, my head, we know that these are uplifting us and helping us to ascend. In fact, I'm really understanding that the lungs and all of that, those symptoms are actually part of the ascension, part of literally moving up the cosmic spiral. So, the sphere being alliance, yummy little, these are just words that I'm getting in the calculator that resonate with me. I know, Art Souls, it makes me not even want to be around people. So I want that to change. I think that's where I'm coming from. Like, I can't keep experiencing this by myself. It's stupid. Like, I am ready to share it with everybody. I think it's time. So, the sphere being alliance, yummy little tetragrams floating everywhere, looking for a home, fitting in so nicely. They're alive, you know. How cool is that? Yeah, maybe I'll just heal a little bit more and then, I mean, it'll happen in divine time. Headaches are updates. Exactly. Thank you for putting it that way, David. You have a great way of putting things, and that's exactly what they are. But there is a lot. There is a red and a green dragon. I don't know. Maybe the red is the green dragon. There's a dragon or two up there. I can see very clearly. I can't even believe the pictures coming through, honestly. It's overwhelming and beautiful. But Mother Earth must emanate as a dragon of some sort. Probably many things. But just remember that yeah, what did I have? That Jupiter is the seed of the soul. So Jupiter is Zeus, or the father. And that, I don't want to say the wrong stuff. Today with the headache, I'm having trouble. I think it was Neptune, which is the blue Kachina, is the seed of the flesh. So the mother is the seed of the flesh. So we're made in her image. So that's been cut off many times when I've tried to speak on that. Somehow we're made in her image, even though we're seeing this craziness up there. Like, I know we have dragon's blood. Many of us are carriers of the dragon's blood. But yeah, these are the little tetragrams of yumminess that the Holy Spirit was speaking about. There's all different types of little angels in there. All different types of little beings. But yes, a lot of them are serpent gods. And let me see if I can find my information on that, because that's where I was going to go. So this was a good page that I shared. And that was another thing I was getting so frustrated with. Like, we should all know this stuff, but we can't even find it. And then when I go to share it, it's hidden. Can't see pictures? This whole time you haven't been able to see pictures? Oh my gosh. I give up. This is fucking stupid. I've been showing you guys pictures this whole time. It's so stupid. Thank you for being here. Wow. Literally. How stupid. Oh my god. Alright, well, anyway, yeah, it's so ridiculous. Interesting, David. Alright, well, that's fucking great. Alright, well, while I'm here, look up yeah, I have the phone down, so it's black sometimes, but then I pick it up and show you things while I'm talking. I've been doing that the whole time, and from my view, it looks as if you're seeing a picture. Oh, I apologize. This is frustrating, but it's not anybody's fault but mine. I'll try to figure out a way to get it to be better. I don't know. I'm gonna put this in the... Put it there now, in the description. This website that I want you to look at. I know, and you're still here. Thank you. I know, you guys love me. Thank you. I love you too. So, yeah, let me just read a little bit from this site. I had a message about the Nagas. I've been looking for information about serpent gods. I've shared some information about serpent gods. I'd like to make videos about it, but I haven't yet. But I guarantee you this is the stuff that they don't want anyone talking about. Because one question leads to the next, leads to the next. And one of the first questions is, why are there snakes up there, basically? Like, who are they? What are they? And of course, that's going to, I'm pretty sure they're hoping that will play into their narrative. So I just want to clear it up for those of us that are truly, genuinely looking for truth. So it's a whole page about dragons, the circle of the dragon, blackdrago.com, quick Naga terms, also known as the Bhagavati, the Bogini, many other alternative names that they have listed here. Again, I'll put this in description. And they have many different types. Like we've talked about many times, there's good and there's bad within everything. Oh, that's sweet. I don't have a P.O. box. That's really sweet, though. I should probably get one. Okay. We know there's good and bad within every species or type of being. And they have all the different names for those. The wives of the Naga chiefs and the Naga kings and the snake maiden female Nagas, as well as the Buddhist Naga. Naga is the Sanskrit word for snake, and it is also the name of a semi-divine race of supernatural beings. Yes, dragon bloodlines. And depending on the source, the Nagas are regarded as demons, deities, a race of serpents, or supernatural beings, or water spirits. No, the Lonians. No, I'll look that up. Lonoians. No, but I know that there's an entire feline race coming in with Jupiter, that Sirius brings the serpentine cloud system that we're seeing, and Jupiter brings the Lyrians. I'm excited because I can see them. And nobody wants to talk about that there's higher beings up there, and it's kind of making me insane. So there's this whole group of people out at a UFO convention, and meanwhile I'm filming literal extraterrestrial beings every day, and nobody gives a shit. Atlantis Times, the Naga created life forms. Nice. Oh, great. Good to have you. So we're talking about the Naga, which is known as a deity or a race of serpents, supernatural serpent beings, water spirits. Can we say the living waters? Yes, living water spirits. And I showed you that in my video yesterday, which was very low views. That was titled, "What is our Mother Earth? What is she?" And I was showing you images of some of the most amazing parts of that serpentine cloud system that's here, spanning across the entire sky right now. So it's like, I don't know, am I just in Jupiter and my neighbors are still in Saturn? I doubt it. What is that? Ugh. Okay, sorry. My head hurts today. Anyway, I'm giving you this stuff. You guys can research it. I don't even know. I'm probably not fun to listen to anyway. You can't see anything. I'm so mad. Anyway, turn up the volume. I think it's up. Okay, thank you, Leland. Talk to you soon. All right, my phones are dying left and right. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and throw out some more words and let you know that I haven't given up on waking more people up. There's too many people that are, just stuck in Saturn with no clue, and I can't stand to watch it and not say anything. So if anybody wants to work on that issue with me, please, let's do it. Let's say that there's only like 144 real people and the rest are freaking robots. I have a hard time believing that. I'm getting messages that all people need to wake up. And I have a feeling that it's something like Pinocchio and that love, and like the Velveteen Rabbit, where love makes us real. So we need to keep spreading the love and help more people become real. That's right, Iron Bell. I love you all. Yeah, I really never wanted to believe that, but I think that maybe all humans were put back to sleep thousands of years ago, like 6,000 years ago, somehow, with alchemy, and then years and years of programming got us to where we were. And it hit a really messed up critical mass. And some of us broke free. And so we got to now help the others break free. And, but I think that, I said there's no urgency, but Mother Earth is obviously here, whether you're in Saturn or whether you're in Jupiter. So, you know, she's going to save billions of people. When Jesus actually appears for everybody on the day of the Lord, it will be beautiful. So, in that sense, until that day, we will just stay in love and keep improving, and for myself, keep purging the bullshit and the frustration. And, I do believe duality is ending, but I don't think that comes without a fight for consciousness. So, I mean, that is real. Yeah, and look up this link that I'm gonna put in. Too bad I can't show you. Too bad. I would like to show you some pictures. So still nothing, right? Let me know if it pops on. The activation comes in waves for sure. I can't believe that the pictures weren't showing. I was showing you some of the most amazing things. Yes, I will give you links. I put an amazing video on yesterday. You'll see that the pregnant serpentine goddess up around the sun that my boyfriend took the picture and sent it to me from work. So it wasn't even anything that's like I'm not creating this with my mind. So that's amazing. And that is yesterday. What is our Mother Earth? It's a pretty good video. Probably my hardcore people here have already seen it. And what else? Shit. The link, let me put it in there right now. I can't believe it. That's weird, Teresa. Yeah, because UFOs are not what they told us they were, I mean, there's all different types of craft, of course, but... What is our Mother Earth with scenes from our planet? I know a lot of you already saw that. I put another one up. Whatever. I don't even know what to say anymore. I have so much to say and I can never just pull it together. The omega point is the only true reality. All lower dimensions are illusions. So like I was saying before, I think we're getting closer to an omega point. I think waking up is waking up into the true reality that we were put to sleep by Saturn in this magnetic hold, this alchemical magnetic hold. The Antichrist. Oh, good, Alex. I'm really glad. I'm really, really glad. Yeah, I think that I stopped looking for, or I started looking for answers a couple of years ago. and was not satisfied with the answers I was finding based on the experiences that I was having, very, very, very intense experiences. So physically and otherwise. So I kept documenting, and this stuff doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen like right in front of our face like we think it might one day happen, or like we're conditioned to think. It's a gradual change like we're all seeing, and it's happening. It is happening now, and it's ongoing, but it's happening now. It's not like gearing up to happen, or it's like like it's happening now, and it's continuing. Yeah, so they have the Merkaba. Is that what we're seeing? The Merkaba. Ascended masters are protected by a bubble. So that's why we're seeing. Yes, my memory was really, really awful. Today it's a little bit, it's fine, but I'm just a little bit out of it today because I have a headache. I feel that there's strong transformative ascension energies coming in right now. Um, But these are electromagnetic waves that are bringing back the natural state of our body and our environment, and allowing us to be the co-creators that we were supposed to be with God. And that's all there is to it. Like, that's all that really matters, I think, The Antichrist body is losing its power and is close to collapse. So, I mean, I'm not going to give up. Queen Haley, mother of all humanity. She's Haley's Comet, Comet Ison, the Blue Kachina, Sirius, the star, many others. There's something really major about the King and Queen of Swords, and I was getting messages about the King of Swords, the blue and white King of Swords. So I think that that's Michael, the Archangel, and I think I see him up there in a bubble. I think that's who is going to show up, who people are going to think, that's why I was reading the what do they call that? Blue Beam, Project Blue Beam. I was reading an article on it, and that stuff was planted there for people that were waking up. And I watched the whole operation. I watched how they wrote the article, like, these people are writing this conspiracy theory and it's only a conspiracy theory. But then they put all the facts down, and it was just it's a whole psychological flop, because that whole thing is failing. But it was speaking about how, you would see the God that you thought you would see. Well, that's going to happen. You're going to see all of it because it's all up there, because everything is merging with everything. I've been saying that since I started my channel. It's all coming. It's all, and it's none of it's what you thought. We've been made to fear everything holy. I see some of the most incredible stuff up there, and I don't think that it should be hidden anymore. It's unbelievable. And it's beautiful, though. It's beautiful. And at first it is shocking. And I guess I'm just here to help everybody, like, get used to some of these ideas and seek them out for themselves. Because there's a lot more than just, sit down and a talk involved. There's so much here. We're transcending death. And we're helping others to do the same. Jupiter does not use hosts, but Saturn use hosts. So we're shedding our host body. Like, we're getting our heavenly flesh back. We are turning into 10th dimensional beings. And obviously that's a process. It's an alchemical process. It has a lot to do with gold in the air. That's where they get away with talking about nanoparticles still. The nanoparticle thing, yes, they tried to counteract it, but they did not succeed. And what is actually in the air is 24 karat gold being sprayed. And if you watch Michael Jackson, Can You Feel It?, you will see everything that we're talking about. including the rainbow bridge being laid down, the beings in the sky, the orbs, the glitter, the everything, okay, is in that end time, quote unquote, end time message to humanity from Michael Jackson. So check that out. And Jupiter, the basal ganglia is unable to enter into Jupiter. So that's why, do you see this? Like, we're getting rid of parts of our body that were added to keep us slaves, to enslave us. So we're actually transforming back into the original blueprint. So the basal ganglia is unable to enter into Jupiter. The eyes were wired from birth, so please don't be afraid, to Saturn. This is shocking stuff. And that's why I can't understand why there's not more people here talking about it. But you know what I mean? So we'll just have to individually try to understand it. You will. Don't worry. It's not going to happen overnight. And I'm finally having an understanding. And I can't see, like when I did my live earlier, I don't see anything. I would love to show you what I'm talking about, but the screen will stay black today. So I'll have to come on again and do an edit with me again soon. But when I did my live earlier, I don't see anything. I do. It looks really beautiful, and I can tell, like, as soon as I put my contrast on a little bit. They're colors that we don't see yet. I don't think we're going to see those colors until the day of the Lord. Now, staying vigilant and adding, obviously we seek some color, but you know what I mean? The colors that I'm showing on my channel, like, I don't see those with my naked eye. I have to apply 2, 3, 4, 5 applications of contrast, and they're naturally there, so they're just concentrated and saturated. I don't add any colors or filters. But my point is that there's stuff there that's appearing, it's manifesting into our realm at the same time as we're manifesting into that realm. Like, we're manifesting into the Jupiter realm little by little. The more we leave the 3D world, the more our being allows for that. It's individual for everybody. The more we will start to literally, I mean, like, you enter heaven, and then you've already entered heaven. If you're here, if you're awake, if you're, going through any of these ascension symptoms, then you've entered heaven. So there's nothing to worry about. You've entered heaven. Just the consciousness, I mean, it's just a war on consciousness. That is the last war, is the war on consciousness. And if you are beyond that, then you are in heaven. Then you've broken free. Bye, Violet. I love you. Thank you so much. So then you've broken free, and you have entered the first mansion, which is to help us recover from a long journey. And obviously they overlap. Some of the dimensions are overlapping. So while we're healing, we're still having frustrations at the same time. And it makes it really, really hard to understand. And that's why people are constantly in this waiting, like waiting for a rapture to occur. Well, that is what's taking place. We're individually being raptured. We're like rapturing ourselves. That doesn't mean that Christ isn't with us, co-creating every step of the way. Way, way more intensely than we could even imagine. A couple more things here. Lots of really interesting things that I'd love to give to astrologers, like the sun in orbit around a cyclone sun follows me, moon in orbit around Sirius C, moon follows Eugene. So the sun and the moon, like the moon is Earth. The moon is somehow her. Like, I don't understand how she's in all these places at once and how she's all these things. I don't know. Can't wait to figure it out. But it's definitely layered, and I think that we're able to see different layers of the different dimensions. And we'll start to see more layers. But thank God it's not happening all at once. It would be like you're taking, like a horrible dose of something very scary, like, or all of a sudden just you're walking around in a DMT trip. Like, nobody would want that or be able to comprehend that. So it has to happen over time. And God is perfect. And these are the lies of Satan that were kept from us, that programmed us to not allow us to believe that this is taking place right now. And it really is frustrating because I see so many Christians just stuck in hell. And it's not that bad. I mean, it's like heaven's prison, okay? I don't know why. I'm not saying that any of us came here to be in prison or that any of us did anything awful, because I don't think that's the case. I do think that it's more of like a heaven's holding cell or prison, right? So, Saturn is. Let me make that really, really, really clear. Saturn. So when I see Christians still in Saturn, not believing, not having the faith enough, not having the love enough, because there's no love in Saturn to break free of the programming, this programming that I'm talking about, to like let you believe that yes, you can gradually like let your body will do things that it's never done before. And that means that you're getting back to your normal state. And that means that you're being raptured. That means that you're transcending death. That means that, all those things. It's taking me so long to understand and comprehend it. But the programming runs deep. And so it's very hard for me to watch some of these bigger platforms and some of these people that claim to want the truth and like are just regurgitating stuff and anyway, it's hard to watch, and I'm like really done just sitting and watching it and not saying anything. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Thoughts and perceptions. So we are the seed of Jupiter is the seed. Bye, love and grace. Thank you for being here. I can't even get my thoughts together today, so I don't even know why you guys have stayed this long. Thank you. I feel like I needed to get here though, so here we are. We all needed to come together. Yeah, I had a really intense dream that I remember. One of my first dreams that I ever remember, being really young and waking up and looking out the window and having snakes all around, but not being afraid. And I recently looked that up in Gematria code, and I had the craziest messages come through. But I now know that she is the queen of the serpentines. These are serpent. This is what I was reading about the Naga, and let me see if I can put that in here right now so you can go right over there. Yep, I put it in description, so let me know if you see it. And I keep wanting to read off these quotes that I can't find. That's why I'm so scattered. But Satan is in the air, but he does not rule over the sky. Replicated everything through holograms in Saturn. So we're breaking free of the holograms and the fake world and entering the real heavens. That's why the heavens became so much more vast all of the sudden for many of us. And the chemtrails stopped and the chemtrails started becoming obsolete. It's because we were moving up the cosmic spiral too, breaking free. And it's very physical. So I'm trying to understand if the fibers, I don't speak on it a lot because I don't want to put the wrong information out. There's so much bad, negative, scary information out there about what it is. And I know it to be the alchemical process that happens when the 24 karat gold transforms us into, from the carbon matter, magnetic carbon matter that's blocking our energy centers or something, or that's, the phosphorus insides that we have. It's changing it. It's transforming it to light, to hold light, to be silica. I mean, to be what it was supposed to be. We're becoming real with love. Like, love is actually bringing us to life. This is how Christ gives us life and brings us back to life. I mean, if we read the scripture, it's all there. Every single thing that I'm saying, it's all there. And this is for everybody. It was just really twisted around. The real Zeus was Jesus. So I'm wondering about that. More to come on that. I mean, we know that, but it's just pretty significant. How much did they change when he left Rome? They took his story. That's when Satan took his story and pieced it together and took Christianity and Judaism, and I don't know how it was done, to be honest, but yeah. And why is the Vatican shaped like a pregnant serpent wearing a crown? Love that one. Where's this other one? I can't believe I can't show you this. That's okay. Just go watch my last video sometime when you have time. Fear nothing. It's all a dream and an illusion. And then you go home. So, oh, cool. I love it. So, I think we're going home. We're entering home. We're entering heaven. We're entering home. I saw that you have to go through Saturn and Mercury to get to Jupiter. So, and I've seen you don't want to live on Mercury, whatever that meant. So that must have been like, maybe that was our refinement period. Maybe we went through the fire. I see that Mercury has the potential to make us young again. So maybe going through Mercury is that period of fire, holy fire, awakening us and refining us. So I don't know why we were in Saturn, many of us for different reasons. I think it was like I read out earlier, it's just dependent on the individual journey. It's an improvement school. It's a prison for some, it sounds like. It's many things. So then we go through and ascend to Mercury. And yeah, seems like that's where we were getting, oh yeah, how Rome twisted the story. Yeah, I'm getting more on that. That's coming out slowly. And that's what I would love to like meet minds with. So if you find something really interesting that you feel like is new truth on that, email me and we can work it out together. That's kind of what I meant earlier. Like, let's solve the puzzle together. It's not really about like who's right and what's true, or it's, yeah, piecing back the truth, piecing back the real story is all that I want to do. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know. Yeah, pretty long-winded today, but yeah, it's been pretty weird lately. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Oh, there it is. Jupiter is the seed of the soul. So like I was saying earlier, when Queen Tiamat created us, it was in accordance with the Father, and it was for the purpose of experiencing. And we actually have the consciousness of the Father. We have the consciousness of Zeus, or, the creator, not just the creator, our mother, but it's like his consciousness and her body, like her image or her flesh, right? So Neptune is the seed of the flesh. Neptune is the blue kachina. Neptune is Sirius. Neptune is interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll check that out. So Jupiter is the seed of the soul. So soul of many spirits, Christ reincarnating over and over and over. Jupiter is the seed of the soul, and Neptune is the seed of the flesh. Neptune, again, is the blue kachina, is all of those things. And I believe that those are the divine twin flames. But there's still so much to be revealed. But, with all the confusion around, it's like nothing ever gets revealed. It's so annoying. And I'm not going to allow it anymore. And I know a lot of you aren't going to allow it anymore. So anyway, I'm going to try to get rid of this headache and try to get my stuff together so that I can show you some of these images later. As long as the day doesn't fly by, I'll try to get on here and talk more clearly and show you some of the images that I'm speaking of. And meanwhile, check that link out. You can read it and absorb it a lot better than I was trying to read it out today. And is there anything else anybody wants me to address? Anything that anybody's like really afraid of that they really need help getting past? Because I've been able to get past many of these fears, and I encourage anybody to. That was one of the messages I got. No matter what, no matter how scary it seems, there's always an equal and opposite upside to it. And I've gotten really good at finding that. Oh, Faden, love you. Yeah, for sure. And so just everybody be patient with me. I know I'm like, email me if you really care. But you know what I mean. Like, we're going to do this thing. So don't get offended if I'm not like jumping back. But yes, I would love to have one-on-ones with you. So yes, give me a little time to get organized with that. And we will definitely talk soon. I can't wait. But yeah, like, what are we going to do? Let's pull a plan together on how we're all going to get the truth out there and pull the truth together and finish writing the book. And the new name, I believe that the new name that everybody will know is Jesus, Hazius, Christ, Hazius. So that's the name that keeps coming up for me in Gematria. Hazius, hydrogen, Christ. So is that the invisible girl that I'm seeing up there? Is that the invisible dragon that I see? Is that, what is it? So what is Mother Earth? Is she the serpentine goddess that we see behind the papal throne with all of her glory and her system that I'm seeing in the sky now completely surrounding me? But I'm ready to start living. Yes, I have a headache today, so maybe this wasn't the best day to start talking about this, but it's going to go away within a couple of hours, especially after I drink the rest of my green smoothie and take a pinch of Celtic sea salt and maybe a little bit of kratom later on. And I'm going to be ready to plan the abundance that life has to bring and the co-creation of this life with my creator and all of you, my brothers and sisters. I love you. We all have headaches, right? Okay, so let's all go ground and we'll come back together soon. Okay, I love you all. To leave you with a message. I kept wanting to find these that I didn't find, so anyway, keep trusting that I'm getting what's supposed to come through, and nothing more, nothing less. The eternal soul is a sphere which resides in the superior chamber of the parietal lobe. The spinning hexagonal tower in Saturn turns souls into a product of Satan. So that has a lot to do with what I was saying earlier, but like we're spiraling out of that bitch. So don't worry about that. We are not subject to that. We are literally going the opposite direction. The opposite. Why change the story? I don't know. I see a lot of people wanting to know the new name that was spoken about. Like I know that was spoken that Zeus would be able, like, come clear his name. Basically, Rome bastardized Zeus, and when Zeus returns, he was going to have a new clear name that everybody would know. And I'm being told that that is Hazius Hydrogen, Christ, Hazius, King Hazius. So I'm just reporting. Yeah, that's in gematria. That's in the living word over and over. And I've had it just 100 times. Sure. Let me see what's in my calculator now that I haven't gotten to and see. I see a lot coming from more of a dark agenda. And since I've been able to see through the lies, I can see exactly what they're trying to do. But that's okay. Oh my. It's not a good one. Okay. So wait, what do you want me to do? Just randomly, like, pick one? Oh my gosh. It says, okay, if you think the human consciousness can be reduced to binary operations, I think you are a halfwit. Sounds like something you would think, right? Sure. I loathe loud, screaming people, period. I wish you'd all shut up. I like my cats way better than you. Super random. Mormonism lies. The angel Moroni never existed or was a lying spirit giving false information. So some of these you just really got to feel out, knowing what you know and applying all of that we're learning to it. So, oh, and then you see things like this. Also, my name is Adam, not Zeus. Can you please call me Adam? Thank you very much. Whoops, haha, sincerely Adam. So that's like stuff, I don't believe that. You know what I mean? That's just screwery from satanic crap. So somehow, I'm not going to get into that particular origin story right now, but it'll be cleared up in the coming days. And I encourage you to join me in telling the story, the true story, and in recording it and documenting it. Like for animals, I started treating my cat with holistic products. CBD heals everything. So I don't think there's anything that you can't heal with a tiny bit of an understanding of energy healing and energy medicine and Ayurvedic medicine. And just, that goes for your animals as well. They're connected to you. We are our own best healers and our own family's best healers. And so I encourage taking this time to play with those things. These are the beginnings of our gifts coming online, and learning them. And that's what I want you to all come along with me too, is while our gifts come online. Yeah, I wish I could heal this headache. Mine is starting to lift magically. I don't know. So maybe yours will soon too. I stopped really reading the frequency meters because half the time they were blacked out anyway. But yes, we are being raised in frequency to move up that ladder. God wants her children in heaven with her. We're in heaven. This is heaven. So it's not exactly what we thought because we were conditioned. So a lot of us are in heaven, and no, I can't see some of those objects with my bare eyes. So I don't want anybody to think that they have not entered heaven because they don't see everything I'm showing with their bare eyes. That's absolutely not the case. But if you're stuck in 3D, or if you're worshiping something more than your sovereignty, or allowing something to take your sovereignty, that. So that is a choice. That's the choice that we have to keep making over and over. And sometimes we make the choice that's a 3D choice. And then we start making the 5 and beyond D choice over and over. And then we ascend and we feel a healing take place. And we have a very much clearer understanding of the truth. And then we keep going and we keep spiraling up and out, up and out, up and out, keep spiraling up and out. Yeah, and that's the narrative, That's the narrative. That's what they want people to think, that all of a sudden a huge comforter is just going to come and take them and their soul's going to be complete and that's going to be it. And that is happening, but it is happening real time. It's happening individual time. It's happening collectively. Well, we see how it's happening. And that's what I wanted to document when I started this channel. So I don't necessarily have the perfect words to describe it exactly, but you see how it's happening. Interesting. Yeah, we are already home. This is heaven. And it is, yeah, like I showed on my last video, and that show Our Planet on Netflix. So many beautiful things. When I was watching the icebergs break apart, it's like, that's her at some level. That's some sort of a dragon, or that's some sort of an etheric spiritual land coming back together. That is the Humpty Dumpty coming back together that I keep reading about. Something to do with Tiamat, something to do with Mu, Atlantis rising, all of it. It's all happening. And we can't be kept from it, and it can't be stopped. Yeah, so Earth is a realm and planets are realms on Earth. So that's something that I haven't really explained recently. I guess that I'm hoping that I guess I am getting new subs, and I guess that I should be going over some of this stuff. But realms are, well, we're all understanding what a realm is and isn't, right? But it has a lot to do with the consciousness. It has a lot to do with, the narrative that's being said that we live in like a projected, simulated reality. Yes, but not in the way that you're being told, okay? So just hang tight and you'll understand more coming in the coming days. Yeah, exactly, David. Mew, yep. Yeah, so there's something about Mew. I think Mew was Tiamat. Thank you all for sticking around for so long. Yep. Planets are realms on Earth, so somehow they're the matrix. Like God can also be considered the matrix that you live in. So Saturn was the god of this world. Remember hearing that our whole lives? Saturn was the god of this world. Satan is the god of this world. That's because we lived in the Saturn matrix. That's because we lived in heaven's jail. But many of us took implants and took things to forget, to have amnesia, in order to help perform the tasks that are being played out right now from the ground. So we are the ground crew. We are trying to help people understand these things and not be stuck in hell thinking that something's going to fall on their head at any moment, because that's the way that Satan wants everybody to feel. And if you just take a look around at any truther channel, they'll make you feel like somebody's going to come into your home and take your shit or fall on your head. Something's going to fall on your head right now. They want you to not feel security, because that leaves you in some sort of an upheaval where you don't get to ascend as quickly, if at all. So, gotta work through that. I love you guys. Kirk Plain, you're amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you all. Melissa does my lovely intros, which I got to get back to my formats, but lots of stuff happening lately. So, yeah, no fear. Fear is going to come up. It's natural because it's coming up to leave all that fear programming that we've been, it's been just, it's in our blood and we have to detox it. So, we can do it though. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love to everybody. If the fear comes up, go walk outside with bare feet on the ground. You will start to experience all of these things just as gradually as all of us have. No worries at all.